Hey guys, and welcome back to another NBA 2K18 draft rebuild. We are going to go with Kevin Knox and the New York Knicks. I know I just got a comment for the Celtics. I'll do them next. I wanted to do the Knicks. Kevin Knox is from my home state of Florida, so I thought I'd pay homage to him. He looks really good through the G Leagues, through the Summer League so far. He averaged somewhere around 22, 23 points for the Knicks. Showed off his three-point shooting ability. And with Kristaps and Enes Kanter, they could be a surprise team in the East, depending on Kristaps Porzingis' health. But for the sake of this rebuild, I've decided to keep him healthy just to see what would happen. Now, they did have the other draft pick who I picked as one of the top steals of the draft, Mitchell Robinson. I had sent him down to the G League to try and get his improvement going. So we have a new starting lineup. Frank Ntilikina at the 1, Tim Hardaway Jr., Kevin Knox, Kristaps, and Enes Kanter. The Knicks also signed Mario Hezonja this offseason and traded last season for Emmanuel Mudiay. They also have a bunch of bad contracts that we need to figure out what we're going to do with. Those being Joakim Noah and Tim Hardaway Jr., along with Courtney Lee and Lance Thomas. So, of course, the one we have to get rid of is Joakim Noah. He's going to be 35 and making $19 million. There's no way that can happen. We can hold on to Tim Hardaway Jr. for a little bit, see how his development goes, and we should probably trade Courtney Lee as well. So, let's go ahead and find a trade for Joakim Noah first. I'm hoping just any salary dump will be available. Luis Scola to the Nets. That is fine with me. So, Joakim Noah is gone. Why does it resets the starting lineup every single time? But, you know, I'll go through the lineup. We'll reset the starters. And we'll see how we do in Season 1. I'm not expecting any major playoff production. I'm just hoping that Hezonja, Kristaps, and Kevin Knox really improve. 62 games through the season. We are 30 and 32. We are the definition of 500. We're even the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference. But I want to take a look at the player stats and see where we are. So, Kristaps is going 20 and 7 per game. Kevin Knox is actually averaging more rebounds at 18 and 8. Enes Kanter with 15 and 10, a double-double. And Tim Hardaway with 14 and 3. The weak link is probably Tim Hardaway Jr. Frank is getting 5 and 6 in the starting lineup, which isn't exactly bad, but it's not good to say the least. But I'm okay with where we're headed right now. I want to see how the rest of the season plays out. We still have about 20 games to go. I want to see if we make it in the Eastern Conference Finals. Or the Eastern Conference Playoffs. I don't know what I'm talking about, the Finals. But Orlando is now in the playoff hunt. Where's their lineup? Mo Bamba coming off for them. The Bulls with Jabari Parker now are doing something in the lineup. The Sixers with Fultz back. And new player Zaire Smith. Milwaukee, of course. The Wizards with Dwight Howard now. And Austin Rivers coming off the bench. The Pacers are actually number 2. Victor Oladipo really killing it for them right now. And what do you know? Boston, number 1. So, guys, I'll see you at the end of this season. We're probably going to be one of the later 8th or 7th seeds in the Eastern Conference. But I'm just looking at real overall improvement over this first season. So, we end up going 39 and 43. We did miss the playoffs. We dropped a couple games late. And that sort of knocked us out of contention. But here are the end of the season awards. Don't think we're going to see any of our very own New York Knicks on this roster. Hassan Whiteside making the All-NBA first team. That's a little bit surprising. Anybody from the Knicks on these lists? Kristaps on the All-Second team. Very happy about that. And Kevin Knox on the All-NBA, All-Rookie second team. Yeah, we didn't make the playoffs. Looking at the end of the season stats, Knox, pretty much the exact same. Kristaps got his assists up a little bit and his blocks up a little bit. Enes Kanter, really not much change from when we checked the mid-season. But now we get to see how much they've improved. I got a really good trainer, so hopefully that'll help increase our overall, and we'll be able to use those untapped potential camps on them. Warriors win, unbelievable. So let's get into this off season. Good, no league meetings. I want to see where we land in the draft. I did import the correct 2019 draft class, so we're looking at the 13th pick, and we do end up getting that 13th pick. Portland, didn't they get #1 in our last rebuild? I swear they did, but Portland getting the #1 pick and the Hawks getting the 2nd pick. Who can we acquire with that pick? They're projecting Zion all the way at 9. Are you kidding? It's pretty surprising. Oh, they didn't import the... Okay, I'm never using this draft class again. They only have like they have LiAngelo Ball 4. Okay, yeah, I'm never using this draft class again. Staff signing, looks like David Fizdale is out. You know what? For the sake of continuity, I'm going to re-sign David Fizdale just to see, just to try and keep it as close to what would really happen. I'll sign a great assistant coach, though. We get Trent Peterson, and we do get David Fizdale. Nice. So let's get into this draft, see who is available of the realistic players. If anything, I could possibly trade this pick and try and acquire a point guard, as that's what we're clearly missing, or shooting guard, honestly. Because Tim Hardaway Jr. does not seem to be cutting it for the money that he's getting. So, let's see here. Anybody available of interest? I want a shooting guard or point guard. No one on a bad contract. And yes, there is absolutely 0 available. So we're going to be choosing a prospect here. Who is Bernard Bullard? Breland Bullard. That's not a real person. Okay. Zion goes there. Okay, who's available? Top we have... Oh my god, this is so bad. This is actually really bad. Can I find something in the trade finder? Please? Because this is not good whatsoever. I want to try and trade for another pick. Let's see if we can put together something for a first-round pick next year. What about the Grizzlies next year? Could I go? They don't own their own pick. What about the Hawks? Unprotected pick. And I'll give the Trailblazers pick, and I'll give you the 20th pick this year. No. Okay, I'll send in another pick. Okay, you just don't want to give me your pick. Okay. You know, I'll figure out a trade for this pick, since clearly we're not supposed to use it this year, since there is a whole bunch of crap in the draft list. There's absolutely no one. Good lord. I'll be back hopefully with a decent trade. So I ended up trading that pick to Boston, actually, for the Grizzlies top 5 protected pick next year. So hopefully we'll get a decent pick out of that. Ron Baker accepts his player option for about $4.5 million. And let's take a look at our cap holds, see who is holding us back. There are actually no cap holds, but we do need to look at possible trades for one Courtney Lee. We need to get him out of here. He's 32, not getting any better, eating up $13 million of our cap space. That cannot go on for much longer. But I'm afraid, oh yeah, I'm not going to be able to find anything, am I? This is not going to be good. Anybody, please, let there be a shining light somewhere. Ish Smith? No. Serge Ibaka? No. Wow, there is nothing available. Nice. What can I get for Tim Hardaway Jr. instead? Try to hopefully get a decent shooting guard out of this deal. Maybe one of the later rookies from 2018. I need a shooting guard. That's all I need. Dennis Schroeder. That'll actually be cheaper the next 2 years. And we can move him to shooting guard, which I believe is his probable natural position. Spencer Dinwiddie, Will Barton. First round pick, protected, Jamal Crawford. I'm looking at this trade. I think we're going to take it. Hassan Whiteside. No, I'll go with this one and we get Dennis Schroeder. And I believe if I move him to, yeah, he does go up to an 84 overall at shooting guard. Qualifying offers, we have none. Moratorium, we should have a little, yeah, we have a little bit of cap space. But there is absolutely no free agents available. Yeah, we don't have that much salary. We have about $10 million. So who is available in the point guards? I want to get a young point guard that we can develop a little bit. What about any of those rookies available that I was talking about? Jacoby Evans, Tyler Ulis, who doesn't really improve that much, to be fair. Wow, there's not much. What about in the shooting guard realm? Antonio Blakeney is on a 2-year contract, though. Wayne Selden Jr., wow, there's really not much available. What about total? There's got to be some good rookies that... Oh, Robert Williams? Harry Giles? This is looking pretty interesting. I may want to go after Robert Williams. He could be a pretty good backup for us, actually. 21 years old. George Papagiannis asking us $20 million again. You know, I don't really think we need any of this right now. We could pretty much keep these guys and just develop the guys we have now. So let's go right into player progression. I'm hoping big jumps from our rookies. Okay. Mitchell Robinson up 6 to a 79 overall. Kristaps up 3 to a 91 overall. Dennis Schroeder went up 2. Kevin Knox went up 4. Ntilikina went up 4. Courtney Lee, you gotta go. You gotta go. I'll trade you for a second-round pick. I honestly don't care. We just need the salary relief and the opening for some of our young players to get some more minutes. Okay, so load that. Guys, just letting you know for these draft classes, where is it? Could it load, please? You do not want to go with these D-Moore draft classes. They only go to like the 10th pick. See, they only have one update. Meanwhile, CNT has 3294. You want to go with these guys. So let's go with his 2020 draft class, and let's use our training camps. Good, we have 3 of them. Let's go Knox. We'll go Knox. We'll go Frank, and we will go. Let's go with Mitchell Robinson. Or do we go Knox? We already hit him. We could go Kristaps, though. I believe his potential. Oh no, let's get pretend is up to an A+, and that should be good for right now. So looking at the starting lineup for season number 2: Frank, Dennis Schroeder, Kevin Knox, Kristaps Porzingis, and Enes Kanter with Hazonia, Mitchell Robinson, Rashawn Holmes. Did I sign how? Why? Why 2K? Why would you sign Georgios Papagiannis for 3 years? Get out of here. No, I am not accepting this. I am not accepting this whatsoever. First round pick, Nerlens Noel. Oh my God. Why would 2K sign me this contract? That's ridiculous. I could get rid of Lance Thomas too. And I could get shooting guards. I'll do this deal. Why would you sign Papagiannis to a 3-year deal? I just don't understand it. What happens? Let me work around and see what happens if I move some of these. Kristaps, I could move him to center. He would actually stay the same. Enes Kanter goes up. We already know about that. Probably keep Kevin Knox there. Power forward Robinson goes up to an 80. Hazonia still stinks. Holmes is good. Besides that, yeah, we should be good from there. So starting lineup will be Frank, Dennis Schroeder, Kevin Knox, Kristaps Porzingis, and Enes Kanter. So there we go. I may look, it's a possibility, at trading Enes Kanter and moving Mitchell Robinson into that starting lineup. Possibly moving Enes Kanter for a point guard or somebody else that I could get on a good contract. Rudy Gobert for 3 years. I may want to go after that, actually. That actually looks sort of decent right now. Rudy Gobert is always available, though. Steven Adams. Ooh, I could go Steven Adams. Get Raymond Felton, get rid of Moutier. I like that deal as well, actually. We keep him for 3 more years at a decent salary. Or I could, no, I want to keep the cap space I have now. I want to keep the cap space I have now. So guys, we're going to go through. I'm going to meet you guys at the contract extension deadline because I believe we have a couple players up for contract extensions. Enes, Kanter, Mario Hezonja, and Kristaps. The exact same record. 39 and 43. I don't know who this Brillant Bullard guy is, but apparently he's really good. 26 and 7. 69-13. The Bucks absolutely killed it this year. Don't know if we're gonna see any of our players on this list. Any Knicks? No Knicks, unfortunate. Oh, Mitchell Robinson on the All-NBA second team. LiAngelo Ball is not an 85 overall in any universe. And of course, we did not make the playoffs, finishing as the 9th seed. Looking at the stats, Enes Kanter, goodbye. Mario Hezonja, goodbye. JR, goodbye. And a couple other players need to say goodbye as well. Kristaps with 20 and 6. Kevin Knox with 16 and 7. Dennis Schroeder with 13 and 6. We need to get through this offseason. Enes Kanter, I'm releasing him. I'm saving the salary cap. We are going after a major free agent this summer. Hopefully a great point guard or shooting guard, because that is clearly where we are lacking. Unbelievably, Golden State wins another title. Goodbye. I'm going to reject all league meetings. Draft lottery. I want to see where we end up. Grizzlies top 5 else New York. Hopefully that falls out of the top 5. Unfortunately, it doesn't. I am a bit saddened by that. They end up getting the 2nd seed. And we are going to get the 12th pick in this year's draft. We should be good on staff. So we can actually zoom right into the NBA draft. Now this is the 2020 draft. I'm not very familiar with it. So I want to see who is available and how deep this draft truly is all the way at the 12th pick. I know LaMelo Ball is going to be up there. I believe, no, Bol Bol is last year as well. But let's see who is available. 12th pick, looking in the trade finder, Brogdon. Okay, so apparently this is worth something because Cassius Stanley, are you kidding me? Because usually they offer nothing at the 12th pick. Charles Bassey is available. Cole Anthony along with Mikal Bridges, Vernon Carey, and Brogdon. All right, who's available at this pick? Jalen LeCue. I don't know who that is, but I want to trade now. I want to make a move now that'll set us up. And I'm looking at this trade for Malcolm Brogdon. He's on a 3-year contract, so we're going to have him for the next couple years. Can we get a 1st round pick out of it? I'll do it. I'll do it. And we get Malcolm Brogdon. There we go. The Bucks get the 12th pick. They actually made the finals. And they're going to go with Emmett Williams. But we're going to get a dynamic point guard that we can put along Kevin Knox, Kristaps, and hopefully a new signee now that we absorbed Malcolm Brogdon's salary. Who's left at this pick? I assume there's no one. Yeah. Who could I even get for this? I could get another 2nd round pick sometimes else. Anybody? I'll get 2 second. Oh no. Well, that's just gonna make me. You know what? I'll just sim through it. Doesn't matter. 2nd round pick. No eyes available. Doesn't matter. Okay. Who are we getting? All right. Richard Murphy. Fantastic. Let's move on, please. I want to see. Every offseason is basically just a game of waiting for free agency and for player progressions, just to see how much our players have gone up. No, I'll decline you. You're a 57 overall. Accept that on Frank and decline that on Korver and J.R. Smith. So qualifying offers, we're not going to extend to either of these guys because I want to save as much salary as possible. And looking at the cap holds, Enes Kanter, goodbye. Hezonja, goodbye. JR, goodbye. Moutier, goodbye. Ron Baker, and Korver. So we should have an unbelievable amount of salary cap. We have a bit more than... Who is eating our salary cap? I bet it's Brogdon. Yeah, Brogdon and Dennis Schroeder. And Courtney Lee. We still haven't traded Courtney Lee. Let's take a look at trades for Dennis Schroeder and Courtney Lee. Dennis Schroeder, he honestly didn't do as much as I wanted him to. So if we can trade him, Chris Middleton, he's available. Jaylen Brown for one more year. I don't know if I'd be able to re-sign him though. Muzna, Eric Gordon, Steven Adams. I could get a center. Actually, that would greatly improve us, and I'd be getting rid of Courtney Lee's salary, so we'd actually be just taking on about $2 million more. Let's do this. This looks good to me. No, because we have Mitchell Robinson. Yes, let's go through this by position. Brogdon, Schroeder, Knox, Porzingis, Robinson. Let's take a look, and if I change anybody, he's still... Anybody's the same. Okay, so Brogdon goes up to an 87. Robinson is an 82. Anybody else that's going to make a big difference? Not really. So then our lineup would be Schroeder, Brogdon, Knox, Porzingis, and Robinson. So we could just sign a decent backup small forward, and we should probably be good, to be honest. So backup small forward, we could sign Melo, Rudy Gay. Let's go after Marcus Morris for 2 years. Let's go after Marcus Morris. We can also go after... wow, why is Marcus Morris asking for so little compared to everybody else? Alec Burks, Lance Stevenson we could go after for a year. And I also want to look at backup power forwards. Bajinka, Gibson, Urubko. Let's go after JaMychal Green for a year as well. Okay, we get Morris, Stevenson, and JaMychal Green. So once we sign those three, we should be good for the start of the next season. I don't have enough salary cap. Okay, that's fine. We still get the 2 players that we want. So we can go right into player progressions and... Oh, Dennis Schroeder didn't go up. Alright, Frank goes up 4, Knox goes up 4, Brogdon 3, and Kristaps 2. It's looking like even more and more we need to trade one Dennis Schroeder. We should be able to get a pretty decent point guard for him if we include one of our first round picks as well. So, use our untapped potential camps. Knox, get him up. We'll use one on... let's use one on Kristaps just to make sure his is at a 99. And let's use one on Brogdon as well. Okay, let's look at trades for Dennis Schroeder. 26 years old, didn't get any better this offseason. So let's see who's available for him. We need a point guard, Chris Middleton, but we'd have to give up Morris. Terry Rozier, John Collins, Dragic, Spencer Dinwiddie, Andre Drummond. How could we get Andre Drummond for that? Otto Porter with a player option. And we'd be getting rid of Courtney Lee's salary. I could just probably flip Steven Adams or Andre Drummond. No, let's do this trade. I get Andre Drummond, and I'm actually going to flip him again for a young guard. So we have that, and now we'll flip Drummond for another guard who his worth should be more than that. Any good point guards available? They never offer me any good point guards. We can get Clint Capella. We have to give up Rashawn Holmes. CJ McCollum for 2 years. I think we'll actually do this deal, and we get him for another year, and we get Zach Collins. Oh, we did give up Mitchell Robinson though. Okay, it's the price to pay. We get Zach Collins back, though. So now, let's take a look at our starting lineup since a bunch of things have changed. We'll move McCollum into the lineup, and we'll play small ball. Kristaps at the center position. Okay, Rashawn Holmes, you're going to go down a little bit. Abrinas, you're not getting any minutes. Stevenson, you'll get a couple. But I want to get a lot of minutes to Frank, a lot of minutes to Malcolm Brogdon, a lot of minutes to CJ. And that should be good for now. That should be the lineup. Frank, Malcolm Brogdon, McCollum, Knox, and Kristaps Porzingis. The Knicks' future is going to be a very interesting one. Kevin Knox has improved his three-point shooting in Summer League, and Frank Ntilikina has shown flashes of being a decent guard in the NBA. But it'll all depend on Kristaps Porzingis' health. If he's able to return, I see the Knicks as a lower-tier playoff team in the East. With the East being as bad as it is right now, the Knicks could definitely vie for a playoff spot if everything comes together the way they want it. Mitchell Robinson will improve, Kevin Knox will improve, hopefully Frank Ntilikina will improve even more than them, but we'll just have to wait and see. But guys, thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more NBA draft rebuilds, and I'll see you with the Boston Celtics and Robert Williams next video.